How's it going, everybody? This is my new Pelican Predator 10.3. I just got it about a week ago, and I just finished the mods to it. Now, one thing I'll tell you, that basically what I did is I tried my best not to cut any holes in the boat whatsoever. What I did is I mounted, just everything is screwed in, basically. It's not like mounted, and I'll say forward or ahead that it's probably not. Some people probably wouldn't have chosen it as the best options, but this is what I did. Obviously, you got back here. I got the trolling motor on here. I'm hoping to get a gas motor one day. All I did was just take off the clips and add a little plug so I can plug in the back or the front as needed. Now, this one is a different mount. It's not the Scotty mount. It's Bro something or another. I can't remember. It's weird. But anyway, it has a 360 on there. Now, what I realized is because of where I mounted that, it was still, no matter where I turned it, because it locks into place, it would basically not, it would still have a slight angle to the transducer. So what I did is I took the original mount and I put it where you was supposed to mount the transducer, and as I adjust it, I can set it to where it's level with everything. And that way I can just turn it. If it gets loose, just tighten it up, readjust it as I need to. No big deal. Now, everybody's famous part. The wiring. What I did for the wiring, of course, is I just left the transducer line just kind of exposed there, kind of loose, just in case something happens. A little bit loose here. And then basically I just put one support right here just to hold it in place back here, so then I could have a little tension on it so it won't come out or get hung or something like that. Now here's the best, to me, what I would call the best part. There, all the wiring in one spot, hardly even exposed. Now what I had to do is basically, yes, I run the power line underneath the lid like one person did on theirs, and then I just plug it in, unplug it right there, no problem. Now, this one, let me walk around. Yay, fishing rods. This one, what I did was I bought an underdash mount with the USB ports in there. What I failed to realize is when you turn them on, basically, there's LED lights. So what I had to do, and plus I had to basically create a switch. So as you see here, it's crude, but all it is tucked in there. You don't have a cut anywhere. There you go, it's on. That wasn't in a good place. There we go. Now, the other one basically is designed to go in another vehicle or just go in another like lighter switch. But it also has USB ports and also has a voltmeter. So I just plugged that in. There you go. And as you can tell, I had to use two wires, for basically four wires, obviously. Two grounds. The grounds are the brown in this case. And the alt colors are the positives. So basically, then I just plugged it in to the bottom of this two-way switch here. And then the main one goes right here. And then the other two positives will go into where the on would be. And then you see this awful mess, basically. All I have to do is just shove the batteries with all the wires in here and whatnot. A side note, the Pelican Predator basically has two sets of wires. One runs to the back, one runs to the front, or bow and stern, however you want to look at it. So what I had to do was basically, so I put some colored tape on them, like this one's for the back, red one's for the front, if I remember correctly. And on my luck, I probably have got it backwards. Now, another side note, these plugs that they give you, pulling them out, it's almost impossible. They're pretty difficult. They're pretty tight. So once you get them out, you try to put them back in, you struggle to push them push back in. Well, what you could have to do basically is twist them in. Just basically hold the rubber a little bit, twist it, and it'll actually go in. It's still a little hard, but you can get it in there. There's the front. And see, the only thing I put on here was this simple anchor mount. There's a 5-pound anchor there. I can lift this little piece up and it becomes basically a hooked anchor in case that's not enough. I have not registered the boat yet, so they'll catch me and they'll probably catch me anyway. And let's see, anything else? Oh, here's something else. People don't talk about the live well that much. They just look at it and say, it's a live well. I need to put an aerator, da-da-da-da-da. Well, what they failed to mention is if you see right there, it also has a drain plug in there. And that's helpful for people like me who had to do a ton of research before I decided to get the boat. Now, I probably paid more for this boat than most people would. For instance, like Academy has them for a pretty good price, but since they don't ship, it's kind of a problem. And there's not an Academy nowhere near me. So, yeah. And as you can see, I got umpteen million rods, just like everybody else. Thing is I have a habit, and some people may disagree with it, but I like putting swivels on mine. Because of the fact it allows me to quick change everything, no matter what rod I have. Unless, I say have like a slip weight or something like that on there. And this is an old Minn Kota 32-pound thrust. Now, this did pretty good, at least it does pretty good for, kind of, putzing around. But you wouldn't want to use it as your main source of energy. I mean, 55, 32, the research I had, or at least one person mentioned that basically pounds of thrust doesn't really mean anything. It won't make you go any faster. What it does is it allows you to basically push around a larger boat. Doesn't make you go faster, just a larger boat. That's it. So a 32 won't do any different than a 55. If somebody's got something, just post in the comments or whatnot. Yeah. Well, I guess that's all I got for now. I need to turn that switch off because I don't want to run my battery down. But this mount right here, I liked it in the middle because, for one, the chairs don't get in the way. And it's all set up pretty good, so... Anyway, thanks for watching, etc., etc., and have a good one.